How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Matt? Alright, so today is July 18th, obviously. We are reviewing 13 and 14 and really anything else. So once the screen loads up, you'll see that. And your homework, quote unquote, is get everything done. So one announcement that I just posted on Schoology that might be a surprise to you. I love posting surprises or surprising people. I'm going to kill one of these fluorescents because I just hate fluorescent light. It's actually really bad for your eyes because the bulbs blink. So it makes you tired. If you can avoid fluorescent lights, avoid fluorescent lights. So this announcement that might surprise you. Check it out.
He's so surprised that he sees it.
Well, if I didn't have typos, that might be better. But
Yeah.
you and a classmate can take the final together. So, although I know that you could have done that on your own and just like lied about it, I am in full, complete support of you taking the final with a classmate. Here's why, Miss Nottingham. I see your confused look on your face, and you're like, this teacher has lost his mind. The goal of this course is for you to understand this material, right? It's not to get a good grade. It's not to just get through it. It's to understand the material to be ready for Math 2. You can learn best through discussion. Literally, that's how most of us learn best, is talking about things. So, if you're working on a problem and you're discussing it with somebody else, you're thinking about it more deeply and might be arguing with somebody until the point that you fully believe that you're right. And honestly, that'll save you time in the long run from revisions, because even if you just both do it separately and then come together and compare your answers, if you have a discrepancy, you know one of you is probably wrong. You should discuss it until you reach the point that you figure out which one of you is right and why. Not just, hey, the answer's 74. It's why and how did you get that answer. Remember, if you decide to shoot yourself in the foot, I can't help you. It's an analogy. It's one of those old sayings. If you're going to run a race, you shoot yourself in the foot, you're not going to do very well running the race. You are going to set yourself up for failure. So you know that if you, assumedly, pass this class, you will be taking Math 2 next year. Do not set yourself up for failure. So if you are just going to meet with a classmate and copy their answers, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I don't care if you do that, but don't do that to yourself. Prep yourself for Math 2. Take this seriously. You need to come in and work with me on your final. You can. We just need to arrange that. Ava.
Okay, so when I was in road trip with my friend in the car, she was like, I was working on a test and she wanted me to like show her some stuff because she's going into 6th grade and
She's going into 6th grade?
yeah.
You probably won't understand this stuff.
Well, I explained it all and she actually understood more than I thought she would. But it actually really helped me work through some of the problems because I was like teaching stuff to her.
When you have to explain something to somebody that doesn't get it, like, who has a younger sibling? Anybody younger siblings?
I can.
Did they ever play the why game? Everything you said, why? Why?
I do that.
Why?
That's what
Like,
I do.
we're going to the grocery store. Why? Because we need to get sandwiches. Why?
Yeah.
When somebody does that to you with math, that's one of the best ways to learn. Well, I need to find the orthocenter. So first I need to find an altitude. What's an altitude? Oh, an altitude is the perpendicular line from the vertex down to the opposite side. Well, what's perpendicular mean? Well, it means that they have opposite reciprocal slopes. Well, what's this like? Yeah, so that sort of game that younger people would play with you, that's really good for your learning. So, back on topic for today. 2 announcements that you need to hear also. There will not be office hours at standard time next Monday, Tuesday. There's now been scheduled meetings for Phoenix. We have our whole staff retreat on Monday, and then our 7th grade team meeting on Tuesday. I can do Tuesday afternoon if people need, but there will not be standard office hours on Monday. I'll post an announcement about that after class today. I wanted one update separate from that. There will not be standard office hours Monday, Tuesday next week. The building is not open like normal. So I don't know if you'd even be able to come drop papers off. So if you want to drop things off Monday or Tuesday and you don't need to come to school, you just want to drop stuff off, I'll give you my address and you can just drop it off at my house. I live really close. I probably live pretty close to a lot of you. I live right up by the Little Caesars. So if you know where Little Caesars on Hard Road is, I'm right by there. Good morning, Cassie. I have papers for you.
Wait, didn't you laugh at all the motorcyclists to go by your house and do that speed bump?
Oh, Ellie, I have no paper.
Okay, isn't there a speed bump by your house where you laugh at all the motorcyclists?
Well, really, I laugh at the cars that try to go like way too fast.
And then they foul.
I've heard a couple cars bottom out, which is no good.
You do that every single time.
Chloe, Ella.
What day?
All right, questions from 13 or 14. So let's go to chapter 13. Anything about mid-segments of triangles? Anything about perpendicular angle bisectors?
I have a question about your grading.
Okay, what's that?
You circled the question and then you did an arrow towards one of my. Can I just show it to you?
I'm just gonna walk over to you.
Like, did I get that wrong?
That's a reflex side. So what I'm trying to get,
Yeah.
this is wrong. That's a reflexive side.
Yeah.
You need to figure out. Also, you need to name the overlapping congruent triangle. So like you did here, you need to name the triangle congruent to the triangle. But this one's good because that's in the right order, and that triangle to that triangle is in the right order. Here, you need to give me the correct relationship for how they're congruent to each other, and then the related order, like triangle whatever is congruent to triangle whatever.
Okay, so that's not right.
Because they give you, and I would color code this if I was you, but they give you E and D, and then they give you CF, so big angle C and big angle F, and then that's a reflexive side. So if I go in order, I've been given an angle, and then a side. Not an angle and then a side, and then an angle. For this to be angle side angle, CD and FE would have to be the sides of the order.
Alright.
That makes sense? If you order how you set it up. Good morning. First I thought it was like a bike, like a cycling shirt, it looked like slopes, but cross country is not bike. Alright, perpendicular angle bisectors, I'm slightly forgiving on those because compass work, but try to do them well. Look up tutorials if you need. This is where some people are having issues. On the assessment, I need to see how you drew it. So you can't just draw the line of the angle bisector. We need these arcs left over. So leave the arcs that you use to make your bisectors, because I need to see that you actually did it and that you didn't just like throw a line on there. We have to know how you do it with those geometry tools. Triangle bisectors? Questions? What does concurrent mean? Just make sure we're all good. What's con mean? What does the stem con mean?
Together.
Together. So concurrent means they all come together.
Oh my god. I like
Medians,
that.
altitudes. Any questions there? I told you guys, this stuff's all very related. Oh, my picture died. I'll have to go find a new picture.
What?
Indirect proofs. How does an indirect proof start? Who can remind us? Ava.
You negate the statement. You give the statement. And then
You negate the proof statement.
Okay. And then you prove that that has a contradiction with the given statement. And then
So if I was trying to prove 2 plus 2 equals 4, I start with 2 plus 2 is not equal to 4. And work that till I get a contradiction. Inequalities in triangles. The two sides must be longer than the third side, but have a range within which they can exist. Inequalities in two triangles. Hinge theorem is one of our favorite theorems that we use. Hint, hint, cough, cough, that might come up on the test.
yeah, it's on the test.
Shh. I said hint, hint, cough, cough, not be direct about it.
Well, I mean, you're allowed to look at the test, so.
Alright. Questions? Anything from 13? Morning, Josh. Anything from 13?
Wait, I'm on the page.
Going once. Going twice.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. I don't.
Sorry guys, I don't know if these got here today or if these are great. Allison, did you just turn this stuff in today or you? Okay. So this is all new stuff. Okay, I want to make sure I hadn't missed it. Yeah, they're right over there on the left. It's up to you. I mean, we're going to review any questions from 14 that people have. You got back to the papers there. You need to see it. That's up to you, man. Air conditioning is broken here, so it's pretty uncomfortable. Yeah, we'll see you later, man. You already have the final. You already have a copy of it. Think so, or you missed it? So 2 things you missed while we were starting classes. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, I will not be, and the building's not open like normal. The summer school technically will go Friday. The last day to turn in papers is Thursday. So Thursday the 27th is the last day to turn in papers. Because I have to submit grades on the 28th, so I have time to grade. So the last day to turn in papers is next Thursday. Yeah, you can take it outside of class. Yeah, so as long as you have a copy of the final, then you're good. Yeah. What's up, Maven? Just let me know when you need to, because even if you need to turn in the school job, I think you can turn it in my house. I'll give you an address. You too. Ava, what's up?
So if 2 angles of a triangle are congruent to the 2 angles of corresponding angles of another triangle, does that mean that the third angle is congruent in the triangles?
Yes, but all that would prove is similarity, not congruence.
Okay.
Because if all you know is the angle size,
Yes,
that could be a dilation.
Then you can do angle side angle.
If you know a side that's shared, or a side that's the
So
same.
that means that my
As long as that shared side is between those 2 congruent angles.
it is.
Because sometimes they'll mess with you, and they'll have a shared side, but it's not between the 2 correct angles. So just be cautious, but yes, what you said should hold true.
Alright.
Alright, polygon to angle sum theorem. Essentially, start at a triangle, it's 180. Add how much for each side you add? Okay, so a square has how many degrees? A square has how many degrees?
A 90-degree angle.
Well, okay, yeah, 3 90-degree angles, so 360. Then a pentagon. Essentially, just make sure that you're familiar, because this is on the test. I'll just straight up tell you now. Make sure that you're familiar with determining how to figure out the total. Sorry, there's gnats in here. Total angle measures of an n-gon. So right here, the measure of each interior angle of a regular. What's regular mean?
Equal angles.
Equal angles, equal sides. So these notes are really critical. So make sure that you pay attention to these. Parallelogram questions. Sorry, I don't have as many pretty pictures here. I need to beef that up. Proving parallelogram. Rhombuses, rectangles, squares. Remember that some of those fall into the family above them. So remember, a square might be a rhombus, but a rhombus might not be a square.
Ooh, all squares are rectangles, not all rectangles are squares.
So yeah, 4 and 5 are really related. Properties and then conditionals. Trapezoids, kites. Coordinate geometry should be easy, I hope. I said should be easy.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And proofs using coordinate geometry. Proof. Questions. Going once. Going twice. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm going to pass out finals to everybody so that you've at least had it, seen it, and know what you're going to be expected to do. And I'd rather you just have it for when you're able to start working on it. There's a lot of these problems that you should be able to go ahead and dive into, even if you haven't gone all the way through 13, 14. So that's up to you when you do what you do, but you can take it in chunks, yeah. So it's cumulative, so it's the entire course. So some of the stuff's going to be from like chapter 1, stuff that was actually Math 8 content. Some of the stuff's going to be from chapter 14, where you deal with polygons and everything. So you don't have a final. I'm going to get that in your hands right now. Biggest thing to take away, I'm saying this again so it's at the end of the video, no standard face-to-face Monday, Tuesday, because I have meetings. Sorry, summer starts to get busy. No standard face-to-face. Contact me, communicate with me. We'll figure out where we can meet up, when we can do it, whatever. But if you need help, let me know. We'll get you taken care of. So really try to do that stuff this week. Would be more critical to come into office hours like tomorrow and Thursday. So if you need help, I try to plan that for tomorrow and Thursday.